This is a video over chair Tai Chi. Um, this is going to be a small series, and what are these videos for? Why a chair? Some people have had, say, an injury or an illness, and they're recovering, and they have some mobility, but maybe, not as good as they need, and they want to try to do some body movement to kind of get themselves going again and be able to strengthen the core and the legs somewhat and get the upper body moving. Other people, their mobility is just limited, but they want to stay active. So that's what these videos are over. There'll be some that'll be over stretches and some exercises that we can potentially do from a chair, as well as some short Tai Chi routines. The type of chair you choose is going to be very helpful for this. Something like this, where it reclines. I don't really recommend something like that. If you do have to use something like this, use the end of the chair so that you can keep your spine straight. If you're at home, which a lot of people, this would be where they would be doing these exercises. Something like a dining room table, usually they're flat. But if you have something like a stool like this, these are real cheap. In the spring and summer months, you can usually find these at places like Walmart or Dollar Tree, or even maybe like your local Lowe's or Home Depot. But you can also order them offline, eBay or Amazon. This one was like $5, so they're not really expensive. A lot of the videos that I do, whether you're doing something very competitive that I do, like something like squat out, or doing a lot of real physical activity, or some of the Tai Chi, or even something like this, we want to keep the cost down as much as possible. It really helps out in the long run. So anyway, I'm going to use this stool, and I don't know what the load rate is on these, but I'm going to say at least I don't know, a couple hundred pounds. Maybe more. You could probably buy a better quality one than just $5. So we're going to do a series. This is called Tai Chi 8, or 8 steps, and we're going to use it 3 different ways. We're going to do it just with the arms. Then we're going to do the arms, and we're going to take a fundamental step out, and then we're going to do the same routine, but we're going to move all the way out. And all the way out like this with our legs and our arms, and then we're going to try to use the core as well. We're going to try to twist from our core when we do our turning pieces. So I'm going to do some of this facing to the camera and some facing the other way, okay? So I'm going to try to do the routine and do it both ways. So some people, it's easier for them to do it this way and see somebody doing the action, so it would be as if they're facing behind them, instead of having to invert it. Another thing, this stool helps me to almost keep my legs flat. That's really important. And then two, you see how my torso is upright. I really want that. I really want to work the abdominals and the lumbar and the obliques to support my posture. So anyway, so here we go. I'm just going to do this with my feet about as wide as my shoulders, and so I'm going to say what the moves are. And so yeah, it looks like I'm just kind of moving the arms, but it actually they're actual postures. So the first part is, we'll say, our opening or commencement, and arms are going to go up and down, and then we're going to move through. Move through like that, okay? So that's going to be how it's going to work. But each piece, I'm going to tell you what it is. So the first one again, opening our commencement, and then repulse the monkey, or rotate the shoulder, and then brush knee, twist step, and then part the wild horse's mane, wave the hands like clouds. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Cross the hands to kick. Grasp the sparrow's tail. And cross hands. Now, if you're an active person or you have, you have an exercise routine, you're doing all kind of things that this, you may not find this of interest to you. Again, this is purely more for those that are trying to recover from an injury or sickness, or they have limited mobility at this time, but they want to maintain where they're at. So those are the primary people this is for. If you see this and you know someone in your, we'll say in your life that could potentially benefit from the movement, please share it with them. So I'm going to do that same piece, but I'm going to turn the opposite direction now. So if you're watching me through your monitor, if you just think, follow from right to left with the movements, and it should go easy for you. So here we go. Here's our opening or our commencement. I'll just raise the hands and let them go down softly. I'll bring them back up. And then look, the arm is going to fall back and forward. This is our repulse the monkey. The hand comes up. Brush knee, twist step. And then it comes back. And part to wild horse's mane. And wave the hands like clouds. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Cross the hands to kick. Grasp the sparrow's tail and its side parts. Ward off, pull back, press, roll back, and push away. And then the opposite side, ward off, pull back, press, roll back, and push away. And then we're going to complete it. We move to the front, fold the arms, go out, and come back, and they sink. Now, the second component of this is we're going to step. So if we think of this as 12 and 6 o'clock, and 3 and 9, I'm going to kind of move to 1 and 11 when I'm doing this next set. Okay. Some of the pieces are still going to be to the front, but some are going to turn out, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step like this, or bring the foot back, or I'm going to step out, or bring the foot back. Okay. You don't have to worry that you're doing it right or wrong so much. The most important thing is that you're using the body's movement. You're getting something out of it, getting circulation going, getting the blood moving, breathing. So some people, they come to me for classes, and yes, we want to do these movements accurately and all of that, but sometimes it's just get involved in the movement and benefit from it. So here we go. We're going to do it again. So our opening and our commencement, the hands rise and they go to sink. And if you see, I'm keeping everything upright. And then from here, I'm going to step. And my hand comes back. And look, I kind of twist the torso just slightly. I bring the hand back. And as I do, I bring the foot back. I step out. I bring it back. And now I'm going to step out. And here's my brush knee. See how I twist? Come back, I step out, I twist. I'm thinking about keeping my crown upright, right? So I'm really relying on the muscles. I don't want to be like this with my spine. I want to really try to lift up, and not from the shoulders, but from my head, right? I'm trying to straighten me out. And then come back and step out on the other side, part the wild horse's mane. Back to the front, step out, part the wild horse's mane. Now, we're going to do our cloud hands, and cloud hands actually moves across like this in forms. So we're not going to do that with this because we don't, we'd have to have a couple extra shivers, right? So we're just going to move the arms. So I'm still going to step once out, and bring it back, step, and bring it back. And if you feel that's awkward, just move the arms back and forth. Right? And then now we're going to lift this knee to do our golden rooster, right? So just kind of think, draw the foot up. If you can only do it a little, that's fine. But try to pull it up, down. Other side, pull it up, and down. Now, across hands to kick. So across the hands, and as they rise up, I'm going to bring my knee up. As the hands open, I'm going to point with the toe or the heel. And bring it back. Now, I can make another circle if I like. And as I do, I'm going to raise the knee up and point with the toe. Okay? And then look, here we go. We're going to step out. Here's our grasping sparrow's tail. Ward off. Pull back. Press. Roll back. And push. And I'll bring my foot back in. I'll step out on the other side. Ward off. Pull back. Press. Roll back. And push away. Now our cross hands, right? As I go to do this, I'm going to bring the foot in. And look, you can bring them both together. This is fine like this. Bring the hands up and they go out. It's like the elbows draw back. And then let the hands go down. And again, I'm thinking about lifting up the crown of my head. And just let the arms relax. I'm going to do it from the other side now. Again, I'm here. My feet are as wide as my shoulders. I'm trying to set upright so my torso is nice and straight, lifting from the crown of my head. And here we go. We're going to start with our opening or our commencement. Arms rise up. They go to sink. I come back and I step. And I turn the body. And as I turn back, as this hand goes out and this one goes back, I'm going to bring my foot back to the front. And this is step back to repulse the monkey. Our next move is brush the knee, twist up. So I step out, my arm goes out, I twist, I bring the leg back, I step, I twist, brush knee, twist step. Now bring the foot back. And now I'm going to step out and part the wild horse's mane. Now look, I'm stepping out pretty far. If you can't and you can only move it a little right now, that's fine. But I'm trying to stretch me out just a little bit. Right? I'll bring it back. Here I go to the other side. And then look, I'm going to start my cloud hands, my wave hands like clouds. Like step. And again, you don't have to step, or you can step. You can do a few of these, or just left and right. Come back, and now golden rooster stands on one leg, right? And this hand is going to go down, this one's going to rise up, and I'm going to raise this knee. So up, and down, up, and down. And you don't have to just do one set. You can do 2 or 3 sets if you want in place, right? I'll do a couple with the golden rooster, right? Like that, and up. But you really want to start getting that mobility back in the hips, right? Loosen things up. Now we have our kicks, so we're going to start with the right leg. So my arms go up across them, and as I do, I'm going to raise the knee and point with the toe or the heel. If you can't do it like I'm doing and you're stretching it out so far, just do it a little, right? Anywhere in there is fine. Across the hands, as I do, I raise the knee, point with the toe. Now, here we go. We've got our grasp the sparrow's tail. I stepped out. There's 5 moves. First is ward off, pull back, press or squeeze, roll back, and push away. And if I bring the foot back in, I go to the other side. Ward off, pull back, press, roll back, and push away. Now, I'm going to cross my hands in the front. It's the last move, so I'm going to bring that leg back in. I fold the arms together, sit like this. But they're in front of me, I don't have them up real high. And then they're going to fan out, as you can see from behind. I bring the elbows in, and I push the palms down. Okay. Now, this third set, like I said, it was 12 o'clock. We were trying to do like 1 and 11, right? Now we're going to try to go to 3 and 9. And so when I do this piece, everything's going to be exactly the same. It's just I'm stepping further and I'm trying to twist the torso more. Okay, so my opening or my commencement. And then hands are here. And I'm going to step all the way out. And look, I try to twist. It's not so much I'm just moving my arms now, but I'm twisting the torso. And then look, I'm going to bring this foot back to the front. The hand goes out, the leg does. And I'm trying to twist the waist, not the hands, and then it goes back to the front. Now, I'll brush knee twist step, I'll prepare myself, and a trick to this, if you use this leg to try to push you a little, it'll help you to turn instead of just trying to drag the foot around, right? So it's like I push it a little, I'll get in my position, and then as I twist the waist, it goes out. I bring the leg back to the front. I prepare my hands. I put the leg out. And look, if you watch my arms, it's not so much this, but I'm really trying to use the core. I twist. I come back to the front. And here's our part to wall versus main. So same thing again. I can use this leg to kind of help to push the leg out. And then, as my arms open, right, I'm not trying to do this by itself, but I'm using the waist to help me to turn. I'll go back, I step out, twist, and back. Now, when we do this cloud hands, we're going to kind of go around like a ring this time, right? So I'm going to do step, 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 like that. So here we are, right? So I go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If that seems too complicated, it is a little. You could do it as 2 or just do it to the front, but make one big step. 1, 2, 1, 2. You do it that way too. There's no hard, fast rule on this stuff. Remember, Tai Chi is just a series of movements that are attached together that have an underlying purpose. Initially, the movements were purely designed for martial application. Now, there's always been we'll say this, and that's with any sport, right? Or any creative physical activity, martial art of any kind. There's always the physical aspect. The thing with Tai Chi is that it's gentle on the body. So the rest of the form, we've got a golden rooster this time, right? But look, I'm really going to try to lift it higher this time. Lift, right? And again, if we did a couple of them, it's a good move. rise up, and down. Okay? Now we have our kick. So again, you can do the toe or the heel. I would try both and just see, because each one of them kind of gives a different type of stretch or contraction to the legs. So I cross my hands, I raise my knee, and I point it out. Lift it up and I point it out. Now you can do it this way too if you feel you have the physical capacity or you want to challenge yourself a little. When I do it, instead of me kicking to the front, I'm going to kick here, right? So I raise it and I kick out, right? I raise it and I kick out. Another variation on this is I'm going to kick with this leg, but I'm going to turn that way, but I'm going to kick that way. So I raise it and I turn and I kick. I raise it, I turn, and I kick. Any of the three ways is fine. Now we have our last set, which is the grasp the sparrow's tail. And again, I'm going to turn all the way out. So I'm here, and look, I twist, and then look, I'm going to twist back. I'm going to twist back. And look, I'm going to kind of roll my torso this time and move it back out. I go to the other side. I twist, I twist, I twist, and then I kind of roll my torso and roll it back out. And back to the front, my cross hands. So you can modify this however. If you're interested in the routine itself, you know, how it's written out, you could probably pick it up. It's only a few moves from the video. If not, you can always contact me and I'll share it with you. So I'm going to do it from the back. And I'm not going to discuss it so much this time. I'm just going to kind of flow through it so you can follow me. So we're here, we're nice and relaxed, and we have our commencement. Repulse the monkey. Brush knee, twist step. Part dwell versus main. Wave the hands like paddles. Golden rooster stands on one leg. And then the kick piece again. And I'm going to do the 3 different variations on the kick. So cross hands to kick. I'm doing purely to the front. Now I'm going to turn out when I kick. Cross hands, keep with the toe. Cross hands, keep with the toe. And now I'm going to go opposite sides, right? So I turn back with my kick. Turn back with my kick. And then we have our grasp the sparrow's tail, right? Step. There's my ward off. Pull back. Press. And look, I roll the back a little bit, right? Roll the back and push out. Come back. And ward off. Pull back. Press. Roll back. And push. And then we have our cross hands back to the front to complete the cycle. Lift the arms, hang and relax. So, yes, this is you can probably find